What up? So, why should I start a pressure washing business? Should I start a pressure washing business? Why should I start a pressure washing business? But is there any money in pressure washing business? Can I make a living at pressure washing business? I'm going to answer some of those questions right now. So, Jason Guyman here with PressureWashHelp.com, help you to grow your business, be successful, and to change your life. And I really do mean that 100%. So, my first thing I'm going to go on to is why should I start a pressure washing business? Now, we are in a time of this recording of probably one of the worst times that I could ever remember as a financial or, as, crap hits the fan, as you want to say. People, I'm just trying to get my live up here so that way I can make sure my volume's good and everything. Yep, sounds good. And as a financial time, this is probably the most time that I've ever known to be kind of unstable. Some people that thought their jobs were secure no matter what, that have lost their jobs. Some people that have, they thought that there's no way my job would ever let me down. I am secure as secure could be. And people are finding out right now, especially now, this is a couple months into this crap. Especially now, they're really realizing that, hey, my job ain't going to be there. I know some people personally that they are on some really tight budgets. Some tight budgets that they are selling everything. Everything out of the house is going because they are that tight. And so I know some females that have started. I was actually talking to Beth about this, but I know some females that are, they've been stay-at-home moms for 5 years, 10 years, 12 years, and they're having to get back out into the workforce, even with the kids, because, the husband lost his job that they thought was safe. And so, so the very first thing of why should I start a pressure washing business is financial security. I know several people that started pressure washing businesses in the 08, 07, 08 era. That was probably the worst time since this time of the economy wise. A lot of people lost their jobs, and I know some very well that did very well in those times. In fact, the guy that I bought his business, Michael Crisley, that's when he started, and he made more money then than he ever made, even with the pressure washing business. So, financial security is one reason why you should start your pressure washing business. Another thing is, and I know a lot of people do this one, is additional income. So, maybe we need more money. Maybe you want to take your kids and family on a vacation. Maybe you want to take them on, get better Christmas and have better Christmas. So these are some things that we can definitely take advantage of by having that extra money coming in. I know some people that actually started because, their job may be gone in July or October. And so he started his business, Illinois firefighter. And, as a firefighter, you think, I'm not going to lose my job. A 2-year firefighter, I won't lose my job being here 2 years. And guess what? His job may be gone. You don't know yet, but it might be. So he was able to start his pressure washing business and get it up and get it to where he needs to be at. So that is definitely the first thing, is financial security. Who would like to have some financial security? When you think about financial security, that is probably one of the things that is something that you definitely, if you want to have a happy wife, financial security is probably a big, huge thing that's going to make the difference in that. So the number 2 thing is schedule control. family time, you know, all of those great things. Yes, I did. And this made my wife cry and almost made me cry right here. This is probably the best thing that I've ever gotten. That it's a whole dollar, but it was his first dollar. And I was actually talking about financial freedom of somebody that got a hold of me and was like, dude, I'm about to lose my job. And I got 2 kids, one on the way. It's not here yet. When is it due? I know it's due not too long from now. But what can I do? Jimmy Dudley is another one that, had a great job as a restaurant owner. He was trying to get out of it before all this crap happened. He actually came and took my in-person training, and he don't know when his job's going to open back up. So you just don't know. You think that, you're in the restaurant business and you're okay or you're safe. You're not. You may not be. Now I understand that this is once in a lifetime. I've never seen anything like this bad from anything in my whole entire lifetime. I've talked to my mom. She's never seen nothing this bad in her whole entire lifetime. So, it's 2 generations that this has been. Now, the 3rd generation, my grandparents, that was a different story. They lived through the 1930s and, they lived through the Great Depression. My grandma remembers vividly of people jumping off bridges and committing suicide even in the 1930s. And so you just don't know that, 1930, 90 years later, it happens again. So, who knows? Is it going to be another 80, 90 years? Or could it be another 2 years, 5 years, 10 years? So we don't know. But again, financial freedom. But then you say, but Jason, who's going to get your house washed while we are in this crap, And so I do have something about that. Most people, unless it gets really bad, are going to still clean houses and want their houses clean, unless it gets really bad. And I mean, it's bad now, but it's not really bad. A lot of people are still going to get their houses clean. It hasn't affected the rich as much as you think. And so, I do think that it is something that it is. A lot of people want their house clean. Even if they're happen to stay home and look at it all the time, that drives people crazy. And if we can take care of that, that is definitely, I'm going to tell her I'll come to the hospital when Jason is done talking. Any minute. I might be leaving the firehouse any minute. She's having contraction. That's awesome. 4 to 10 minutes apart. Well, I pray for you to have a safe delivery and you have an amazing baby. So that's awesome. That is some things that we do. Now, what else does that give us? So I mentioned financial security. That is definitely something that is there. Now, I do think that is family time. Now, having family time is an amazing thing. And by owning your own business, in the beginning, it might get a little busy and you might be a little hectic, but over time, you can grow your business so that way you don't have to maybe, I've made my schedule that, my kid had something going on a Wednesday night, and I would always schedule myself light on a Wednesday night. Or I have water rescue that I'm a volunteer at that is every other Thursday night. So every other Thursday, guess what? I made sure that I didn't book myself as full crazy day so that I could get home and go to my water rescue meeting because that's my hobby, still is my hobby. That is why the financial freedom. If I worked a job that, they tell me when I have to be there and all that kind of stuff, I can't do that. I can't control my time. I can't control the days I want off. Or the days I may need to take, time there. Another thing that I'm seeing a lot of is a lot of wife and husband businesses, and so now you can spend more time, doing that kind of stuff of doing the jobs together and spending time together. Now, I understand that, sometimes we can spend too much time together and drive each other crazy. But, you know, that is, or we could maybe bond together and, do stuff together, and, you learn together and you can grow together. In that way, honestly, I think of the business of a husband and wife that work together and know the business together, and the wife answers the phone and does the quoting and gets more money than the husband would quote because they don't, just for whatever reason. And now we can grow the business. And, as a business owner, there's a lot of hats to wear. And especially as a new business owner, sometimes we don't always know which hat to wear. The sales hat, the marketing hat, the how to do it, get it done hat, the collect our money hat, the pissed off customer hat. We got a lot of hats that we got to wear. And so sometimes if we have two people, now we can separate separate the hats. And now, I can focus a little bit more on this hat versus that hat. Does that make sense? And so, if this hat needs help, then maybe this person can maybe give a view of, well, what if you do it this way? Or what if you don't do it that way? And so I just wanted to kind of hit of, why should I start a pressure washing business? Well, it can give you financial freedom and financial security, and it can give you time to be with your family for that. Has it been for you? Absolutely. I made a lot of money doing pressure washing. I grew my business to $1 million. Now, that wasn't in my pocket, obviously, because you got to have employees and all the other crap that goes along with it. But I did have a lot of financial freedom. I went on vacations all the time. I was able to do that. Now, did I do it all in pressure washing? No, because I can only pressure wash 9 months out of the year. How did I do the rest of it? I did Christmas lights. And you want to talk about something really lucrative? Christmas lights is really lucrative. But pressure washing is very lucrative too. Don't think that it's not. I know a lot of people that work 9 months out of the year and take the other 3 months off and do nothing. A lot of people that do that. So, yes, it can be very lucrative, and it can definitely change your life. And that's what my goal is. My goal is to give you all knowledge so that you can take it, start your business, or grow your business, or take your business to the next level, so that way you can change your life and do stuff. I know a lot of people that start a pressure washing business. They were a 9 to 5 job, making $15-$20 an hour, $30,000-$40,000 a year, and now they're making $75,000-$100,000 a year. I have a good friend in the middle of nowhere, of Indiana, Connorsville, Indiana, and he's doing 125. Last year, he did like $150,000 worth of business, and I think he said he brought home right around 100,000. So very lucrative, and he works part time. He'll tell you he works part time. And how do you get that? Do you know guys older in the business? Yes, actually I do. To be honest, I've been training a lot of older folks. I had Jimmy, from the one that bought that trailer. He started his business, and he's in his 60s. I did a training this week, and one of the guys were in their late 50s. So I do know a lot of older gentlemen. So that is definitely something. Still trying to find my customers, but we are moving forward. Awesome. Yep. And sometimes it takes some time to find those customers, and who is our customers and who aren't our customers, and who do we want to be customers. So let's see. I'm gonna go through some. I might just start down here at the bottom because there's been a lot. If we was to start now, how much money is left in the game? Is it too late for the season? So I think there's still money out there to be had. It's not too late. Um, I do think that I was actually talking to Jason because he's on Boxer, and I don't know what's going to happen this year. Normally, normal year, not COVID year, um, June, July, and August can slow down, especially when you're first starting, because you don't have that clientele and you don't really know how to get marketing going, and it slows down even for the big guys. You know, so that being said, when it slows down, and I mean it can slow down quite a bit. Now, and you're right, Jason. Florida is year round, where we don't get that. But talking about the other one is, you know, I think that people may stay home and spend money on their house because, I was talking to Jason about stuff being closed and everything is closed right now. So, yes, you can go on vacation, but is anything going to be open? Right now, I know Disney's not open until I believe it's July. We were looking at Holiday World up in Santa Claus, Indiana, going up there and taking our girls up there and doing that. And I think that it's not going to open until July 4th. The water park isn't. So, I do think that that is going to change things. And other than that, I really don't know. My pressure washing company has no debt. And I know a lot of pressure washing companies have zero debt. And that's freaking amazing. It is you can get in pretty low entry to pressure washing. It's not something that, you got to go spend 20, 50, $100,000 to get into, unless you want to buy a franchise. And I know there's plenty of franchises out there. But I wouldn't recommend them at all. But yes. Joey here from Dallas, Texas. Just started following you and decided to start my own pressure washing business. That's awesome. DJ is old. He's very old. Al Bachinchio is very old. Um, he just retired from being a teacher. He didn't even have to teach his last 6 months because of this great stuff. I don't know. He might have taught how to do gym stuff from home. But my daughter said again today, Dad, seriously, they just paid you $550 for 1 hour of work and $10 in Kim's. I mean, who would do that? Lots of people. Lots of people. So, actually, yes, I'm going to leave that one alone. No, nothing to do with you, Al. Just somebody. I had a conversation I can't mention right now. But, this is definitely something that you can do. You really can make $550 an hour. You really can make $600-700 an hour. You got to learn how to charge. That is probably the biggest thing ever. Al, if it wasn't for me and doing his trailer, he'd probably done that house last year for about $200. I pushed him on his pricing. He didn't like me when I pushed him on his pricing a little bit, but he did it. And I love his saying. He's like, I am going to raise my prices until they laugh me off their property. And that's a great way to look at it, because you know what? If they laugh you off the property, you probably wasn't my customer in the first place. And he's preaching the truth. He just I'm not blowing this out of here of just blowing words hot air right now. I'm telling you the truth, and Al just put down there. He's preaching it down there. Al was worried to death about doing. He was worried to death to charge. He was charging $2-3 a square foot for sealing decks. And I'm like, dude, you can get $6, $7, $8. And you know what? I seen the other day he did a $5,500 deck job. $5,500. You think $2 a square foot? He charged $2 a square foot for a $5,500 job? Nope, it wasn't that big at all. But he got $5,500 deck job. So this is definitely something that is what you got to do to be able to get that. Nathan, starting a bluegrass soft wash in Georgetown, Kentucky. Awesome. There's a lot of work in Lexington too. Don't just stick to Georgetown. I am a firefighter in Georgetown, Kentucky right now. So I get to go on early retirement is my goal. Roof is where the money is. I agree to that. We just got to be careful. There is more money in roof cleaning, but there is more risk. So listen to this man. He's speaking the truth. And that's from Al. Jimmy Dudley just wrote, the live training last week helped me so much. I'm glad I went. And he was kind of a last minute person. He came, I think it was that Friday night he sent me the money and showed up, or Thursday night. And if you all want in-person training, I am having an in-person training. It's going to be June 27th. If you go to pressurewashhelp.com/in-person training, it says 20 spots on there. I'm probably going to limit it to 10 just because of this crap still going on. And that way I can get a little bit better by doing it that way, being a little bit more in person and stuff. COVID hasn't affected the business at all. Awesome. Thank you for the help. I just wanted to make sure it's not too late for some of us to start. I don't think so. I mean, yes, June or yes, April and May is usually your biggest month, but there is money in the other thing. And I know that if you go to in person or pressurewashhelp.com/training, I also teach how to do Christmas lights in there. So I know there's money in that if you want to try to do Christmas lights this winter. So definitely something. Pick a teacher, a nurse, firefighter, and police and do the job for free. Then put sign in their yard and ask for a Google review. Also post the info on Facebook. Absolutely. Facebook can be, actually, I know a lot of people that have been having really good success with Facebook right now, both paid and unpaid. So I would definitely, if you're not on Facebook and you're not doing Facebook Lives, get on there and start doing it, especially you guys that are in there. Al is one that more money, more people mean more money in our pocket. More people home. That's exactly right, Al. And Al has been doing a very good job on Facebook of posting every one of his jobs. And he does a short video. And Benjamin Gregory just did down there. He's another one that, he was on my thing here the other day. He's another one been posting on Facebook, killing it on Facebook. There's a lot of money on Facebook right now. So make sure you are posting on Facebook. Al is doing a great job of showing the befores and afters. And every time he does, I see it. He's got somebody asking for pricing or wanting something done. So definitely do that. No debts as well. Pay as you go and never owe. Yep, I agree. What do you do when people leave a bad review on Google because you left a door hanger in their door? I would call them out a little bit. And that's the risk you take right now of trying to do door hangers and clip flyers and all that stuff. Is that they could do that, and I would just say, hey, I'm a small business. I would reply and I would be nice and I'd be saying, hey, I'm a small business owner and I have 2 kids, 3 kids, whatever kid you have. If you don't have kids, then obviously you don't put that. And I'm trying to support my family and this is a small business that I'm doing and make it a bleeding heart. Make it sound like that guy's a jackleg for leaving you that 1-star review. So been doing this as a side job and been busy every weekend. I don't complain. Hoping next year to go full time. Awesome. That's awesome. I know some people do post boost, but I know a lot of people that isn't even boosting. They're just posting into groups and they're posting on their personal page. So again, Al says he's preaching the truth. Where do you recommend to create your logo? Depending on how much you want to pay. But one spot you can go to do it is you can go to Fiverr, Fivver, and somebody there. You can also use a service called Upwork and try to find somebody there. Fiverr will be cheaper depending on what kind of logo you're looking for. Hey, Jason, I have 2 houses this weekend, about 5 hours of work, making $750. What do you think? Good or bad? I think that's awesome. You're at $325 average house. That's awesome. Really good. That's really good. 100%. Can I plumb a 4-gallon direct drive and a 4-gallon GPM drive together and get 8 gallons per minute? Yes, you can. Yes, you can. 100% you can. Yeah, so far I brought some of Biddy were high, but they called me. 500 was my lowest bid. Awesome. Any fellow Canadians on board here? There's a lot of Canadians around here. I get questions asked all the time. Hey, can you ship this to us? Unless you want to pay high dollar shipping, there's not a lot of shipping. But yes, there's a lot of Canadians around here. Could use some help resourcing equipment, chemicals, complete newbie. Looking to start a pressure washing business. Things are much harder to find north of the border. And that's what I've been hearing. So average house is $500. Listen to that. Al's average. Al, what was your house's averages last year? He probably won't tell me. He listen to this man and speaking 100% truth. What's up? Hello, Kyle. Thanks for everything, Jason. What is the best response for people asking for free favors? Hey, can you clean this table real quick? Yep. For the best thing is just give $1. Yep. For $50, I can clean that. Hey, can you get the leaves off the roof? Yep, $150. So last year he was at $200. This year his average ticket is $500. Hey, how can you nicely explain that you don't work for free? Give them a price. That's how you nicely be like, yes, I can do that for this amount of money. Well, never mind. I'm good on that. You don't need to do that. It's usually what you'll get out of that real fast. Right, Lexington is bad too. I've live in Sissiana. Lexington is 40 minutes away, so starting off in Georgetown and will migrate and be on my way. I'm 19. That's awesome, Nathan. Hey, and shoot in that area. Go up to the bakery there with Mr. Avi and see if you can get anything from him cleaning. You probably won't. He's tight, but he's a pretty cool cat. I actually know him. I actually went to Haiti with him a couple times. Falcons pressure and soft washing. First season, I have 2 houses this weekend, about 5 hours. Yep, I answered that. Mr. Benjamin Gregory, how's it going tonight? COVID for me in this part of the country has made my business grow big time. People are home, they are outside, and they want their property to look good and say, let me make this look good, nice. Look nice, honey. That's right. Nathan Baker, William Brown, I see you in the field. There's plenty of dirty houses in Georgetown, Kentucky. I started in Lexington, but live in Scott County. Yep. Do you just boost? Actually, a lot of these guys that I know that is on here that use Facebook and do a lot of good work is definitely they do it through just the organic side of things. Can you boost it? Yes. But a lot of them are doing it organic. And what I mean by organic is they're just posting on their regular pages, 2-3 times a week, 4 times a week, and just saying, hey, look, this is what we do. And Benjamin Gregory love Facebook. And yes, you can boost, but could you dive into the roof cleaning a little bit more, pros and cons? Pros, yep, makes lots of money. You can get your average ticket up. It's another service that we can add services to, obviously. The cons is if we screw up, you're going to pay a lot. Also, a con can be getting insurance for it. You're going to pay, once they know you do roof cleaning, you're going to pay a lot more for doing that. You will pay a lot more. So that is definitely something that you got to watch. People buy from people, knock doors and separate yourself. Yeah, I would be careful on that right now. With the COVID, people like somebody else did, they got a bad review. So, but yeah, on roofs, you definitely got to be careful. You got to make sure that you water. Water is your best friend. And I get a lot of questions about different things, and they'll be like, "Well, this person did a video on it, and that's why I need to do that now." And I'm like, "Yeah." So I'm gonna give one that this person did a video on bagging gutters. I need to buy the bags. Well, I never bagged one gutter, and here's why I never bagged one gutter. First thing off is what are we going to do with this crap coming out of these bags? We can't put it down the drain. We have to make sure that we don't leak it across the drive we can't make sure that we leak it across the yard. If we don't do their driveway, we can't put it on their driveway because then it might make a clean spot. So what are we going to do with this stuff? How about let's not do anything with bagging gutters and let's just go to water. And dilution is the solution. Okay, that's my people buy from people they like. Don't forget to smile. And that is probably the best thing right there. I love that is smile. Act like you want to be there. Have fun with it. Don't be like, this is a job. People buy from people, and people buy from, if they know, like, and trust you, they will buy from you. So, sometimes, that's where Facebook is nice. And not only just Facebook, but LinkedIn. If we can really go and help and get them to know, like, and trust, and then they will buy from us. And that's what we want. So average house for Mr. Owl is $500 this year, and right down here, he said last year, because that was my question to him, was $200. So he more than doubled his house washing by talking to this guy right here, and that's how he doubled. He got lucky because I actually built his rig. I didn't build his. Actually, I put his rig together. He had all the parts. I just had to put it together. And he come back down to pick it up, and I found out his pricing, and I said, "You're way too cheap. You need to raise the prices." And he did. And look, he went from a $200 house wash to $500 house wash. And that's freaking amazing. Use Fiverr myself. Got a nice logo for less than $10. So just imagine the possibilities. Absolutely. Yep, water is your best friend. Al been surprised. I'm putting bids for $250, no calls. Listening to Jason on raise the price, now getting calls. Hi, bud. My name is Joe, using my wife's account. We just celebrated our 20-year in business. Wash all my fellow washers. Awesome. Where are you from, bud? What's your location, or where are you located at? Mr. Sensi put stupid question. No, there's no such thing as a stupid question. The only stupid question is the question you didn't ask. But new to house washing, anything special to use or not to use on blue vinyl siding? No. You just got to watch out because sometimes your blues and tans will be oxidized, so you don't want to use high pressure and screw up stuff. And this is something else that Al uses. I just got it myself because I'm going to do some more videos with it. Is I got a GoPro 8, and he uses his GoPro quite a bit to film and put on Facebook. I think he's got one on his chest. I don't know if he got the mount on the chest, but he uses his GoPro to shoot videos and, to do stuff. Hey, you encouraged me to start my business amid COVID, and I decided to do it. You'll be happy to know I did $4,000 first month of business. Thank you. That right there is why I do what I do. Right here, $4,000 first month of business. He probably didn't even make $4,000 on his regular job. He might have. It depends on if you're a professional or not. But 4 grand, that's awesome. And yes, I understand that it costs to do business and all that. But let's just say you could take 50% of that, and you made 2 grand. I don't even make two. I barely make 2 grand at the firehouse that I've been there 13 years. That's why I do what I do. I've started my business. What do you think about the Vanguard motors versus Honda? I actually like the Vanguards. They're a good motor. I think they're a good motor. I've had good luck out of the Vanguards. I've also had good luck out of the Hondas. So it's one of those things. This is my second year. Last year average ticket was 300. This year 600. Is the Simpson 3200 downstreamer a better choice than the Predator? I read it uses a residential pump. I would not buy that Simpson 2.3 gallon. That is definitely not. You want higher GPMs? I would not buy that 2.3 gallon pump. Lexington has a lot of apartments. Do you suggest discounts on commercial? I always bid commercial by the hour, and it will give you a discount at that point. Roofs take much precaution, and you guys been asking a lot of questions. This has been up here for a while. Plain, don't overthink it. Yep. But you can't afford. How do you clean decks? I have a deck, a job coming up with 2 decks and need help. I use a house wash, and then I use I actually have a video in my videos on YouTube, I believe, and I need to get one up in my membership because I haven't done that yet. I haven't had to clean one, and I needed to do that yet. Thank you, Kyle, for the super chat. I really do appreciate that. Spray it on and rinse it off. I had my flyer of potential customer. They folded up. After a fast look of pictures on the front, packages on the back with a business card attached to a flyer. Thanks for calling me out. No problem. Audio is great. Awesome. Thank you, Beth, because you're always on me about the audio, and I do appreciate that. I did check it when I first got on here, so this is what a good mic does, is make the audio sound a lot better. Stick a water spigot down the spout. Yep, that's the best thing. Water is your best buddy and not a chlorine neutralizer. Water is a chlorine. I get that now, Al. Al decided to use a chlorine neutralizer, and he about had a science. Instead of being a school teacher, he became a scientist teacher and or physics teacher, I don't know what it is, and got to see what happens when you mix 2 chemicals that don't play well together. They get real hot, and starts making. What color was the gas coming out? Was it just regular, or was it? Jason Guyman, help me every day. If you don't have his course, get them. There is a must. Again, if you want to go check out pressurewashhelp.com/training, or if you want the in-person training, I am having one. I will be doing an in-person training with Mr. Cody on July 29th, I believe it is. It's the last Friday of the month of that day. Jason, I need some help cleaning a rubber roof on a trailer. Everybody says use a 3 to 4% and then use your surface cleaner. I wouldn't use a surface cleaner. What's your take? By the way, you're the man. I would not use a surface cleaner. I would do a soft wash. I would take it and I would probably spray either 3 to 4, maybe even 6, depending on how you're doing it. And then just rinse it off, and it's probably going to clean up just beauty. Just beautiful. No more 2.5, got a 4 gallon a minute for free. That's awesome, which was a blessing. I'd say it was. Conventionally, my full-time job went to mandatory 6 days a week, which leaves me Sunday for business. Any advice? Yeah, that's tough. That's tough. I would probably highly, I mean, that's one of those things that you're just going to have to work around it. Maybe work some evenings if you can. I know it's sometimes you're tired and that, but you know, depends on what your goals are. You definitely want to go belt driven, direct drive. Sometimes you can have problems. Um, what's up, Brad? How you doing tonight? Um, yes, I do have a Jim Dudley. I do have one of those. Um, when am I able? When I am able, I will be in your class in person one day. I'm speaking it to the existence. Awesome. Put a goal to it. That is why I've actually moved my class to a Saturday because I know a lot of times people can't get here during the work week. And so that's why this one is going to be on a Saturday. I was going to give it a Saturday a tryout and see if that's going to help people be able to come a lot easier versus coming to there. Are any courses like you or Cody in Florida? I don't know. You can get on a plane and get the best class ever right here. Cheap right now, too. Um, Thank you. There's a class down there. You can pay about $30,000 and take AC Locker's class. Um, Soft wash systems. That's a class you can take if you want to pay some money. Um, I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying that he's higher than I am. Maybe I need to raise my prices. But I do want to help people. Um, got through my first year using a $300 Craftsman. Did close to $50,000 in 5 months. What 4 gallon a minute? Honestly, instead of the 4 gallon, I would probably jump up to the 5.5 gallon. You will notice a lot of difference between a 5.5 and a 4 gallon. I would jump up to the 5.5 gallon, even if you do the smaller Honda motor. You can buy the Bandit, I believe it is, a couple places. Lori Smith has one of that 5.5 gallon. I think it says 3,000 or 2,500 psi, and you'll be a lot better off than that 4 gallon. I learned to do packages from Jason. I just booked an initial house wash for $716, 2-story. Added a $150 driveway and $120 windows. Total $986. They paid 50% down. Thanks, Jason. That's awesome, James. That's $1,000 days. Who would like to have $1,000 days? $1,000 days is $5,000. Do that 5 days a week, 4 weeks out of the month. That's $20,000. $20,000 times 10 is how much? 200. Who would like to make $200,000? Hi, I love your channel, sir, and thanks for the information. Thanks for watching. I love your channel. Thanks for the Jimmy. Do you have a parts list for the gun? I do. I'd have to look it up. I actually did a video on how to make that soft wash gun, and in there is the parts list. No surface cleaner on rubber roof. It will slick up there. Be careful if you're walking on it. Yes, I would definitely be careful, because if you actually did it with just the soft wash, you could probably just rinse it off too and never even get on the roof. I love your channel. Thanks for all the information. I already answered that one. I have a Pressure Pro electric start with pull rope, general pump. It works great. The GX3 95 Bandit 5 gallon, using it as now in my business. Great to start out. Yes, it is. Would you build a 5.5 gallon pressure washer or buy it already built? You can build it. I mean, that's fine. I probably would just pay for it, but I don't know. It just depends. I don't know if I could. How much cheaper? How much am I really going to save by me building it? I just returned my 402.5 machine and wanted to upgrade. I see one at Lowe's, 4 gallon with a Simpson engine carb. Seems to be good to be true. Is that engine that makes it bad? I don't know. It's probably more of a house residential grade is the only issue. Should you go to the 8 gallon per minute Predator if you do quite a bit of concrete work? I would. And change out your fuel pump. DJ called me the other day. It was loping really bad. He just put that one on there. It was loping. It was about dying and kick up. And I'm like, change the fuel pump out. And he's like, are you sure? Yep. Guess what? He changed that fuel pump out. It works like a charm now. Honestly, I'd probably change the fuel pump out right at the beginning. Change it out with the fuel pump that goes on the Honda. Typical soft wash for training in Florida. Check out Spray Wash Academy. If you're going to go to Spray Wash Academy, you need to go to pressurewashhelp.com/training. Is way better than that. I built my business to $1 million, and that's how I did it right here. All the information is right here, and you can do it all online. Any suggestions on why I'm only able to spray 20 feet when I should be shooting 40? It depends on what type of system you have. I love your channel. So that this is why I do what I do. I do all my training on here. I give you all a lot of information on here. I'm about to here's the thing, guys, and I know a lot of guys are like, well, I can go free. I can get all this information on here for free. And you're right. I probably give everything you need to know on all my videos out through all my videos. Between all my videos, you probably could get to training. If you go to pressurewashhelp.com/training, it's actually kind of set up in line. My marketing side of it is better than probably anybody else's because this is how I grew my business to $1 million is through marketing, because we have to market our business. If we're not marketing our business, then that is a problem. A lot of guys get caught up in the spraying part of the business. And a lot of guys, that's why they can't grow, is because we're so focused. DJ, I had to really push this. He would be like, but Jason, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm like, dude, you're doing it. Just go do it. Don't be afraid of it. It's not going to bite you. If you screw something up, fix it. That's how you learn. You know what? Everything in my training and the way I do my in-person training is I've screwed stuff up. I've shot my nozzle right through a window. Guess what? What I teach you, don't point your gun. And, and honestly, this is probably going to be something I'm going to even do even more. Think of that pressure washer wand as a gun. Don't hold the trigger. I was doing a training and the dude shot me almost right in the junk. Bam, because he pulled that trigger. I was in another training. He wasn't paying attention, pulled that trigger, and his hand was right there, real close to the nozzle. Treat that gun as that. Everything I teach it's happened to me. I've screwed up a garage door. So guess what I teach about screwing up a garage door? How not to screw up a garage door. And that's in my in-person training and in my online training. There's a reason why I do that. Marketing is key. Absolutely. If you want to see what the nuts and bolts is, learn the nuts and bolts of marketing. Marketing will get you way more than the how-tos of pressure washing. The how-tos of pressure washing, you could have the rig of all rigs, $50,000, $100,000 rig, the King Daddy rig. But if you don't know how to market, that rig ain't going to make you one red cent. If you don't know how to close jobs, that rig's not going to make you one red penny. If you don't know how to get your name out there and push it, rig's not going to make you nothing. I know a lot of people making a lot of money on bolt together rigs right now. Mike is in my he's in my membership, and he's on the Voxer program, and he voxes me 2-3 times a day, and he's killing it. And he's working out of the back of an avalanche. Is it the best thing? No, it's not the best thing. He hates it. He's trying to make money so he can buy my training rig that I'm going to sell to him. You know why I'm going to sell it to him? Because I want him to be more successful. And he's going to get a good deal on it. But you know what? He can take that rig and go and be able to support his family way better. And, this is something that he is able to go do and make more money and be able to do that. Yard sign rocks. Yard sign's a great way to get business. I did $30,000 my very first year off of yard signs. It's just stuff, whatever you decide to do, go do it. Pick one, get good at it. Don't try to be the best of the best in all the things I'm telling you, or even in my class. Pick one thing and get good at it. Pick Facebook, get good at it. Pick AdWords, get good at it. Pick SEO, get good at it. Do that stuff, and that's how we can grow our businesses and make more money and to be able to do that. I work out of the back of a Tahoe right now. Is it great? No. Does it work? Sure does. That is exactly what I'm talking about. I know people that are making a lot of money out of the back of nothing, Tahoe, Avalanche, and they don't have no $10,000 rig, $30,000 rig, $50,000 rig. A $50,000 rig don't make us no money if we can't close jobs. I know people that have bought $20,000, $30,000 rigs and sold them for nothing and had to let them go and made no money because they couldn't sell and they couldn't close jobs. Make sure the injector is not on the machine. It should be separate. Yep. Van, pickup, or truck or trailer. The pickup, as long as it's big enough, you can go that way. A trailer would be good. I don't like vans. We use chemicals, and those chemicals are bad, and that can be a problem. My system is a good replica of Cody's system. Can I upgrade it and change the pump out on a 4-gallon GX390? Yes, you can. When the pump goes out, yes, you can. You can put a 5.5 gallon. Marketing is key. Marketing is what makes you money. Don't matter, just make money. That's exactly right, Robert. I love that. You can get a Predator 420 from Harbor Freight for less than $400. 4-gallon a minute pump from Tool Barn for $300. Built one and it works great. I'm actually going to probably build one just so that I can get the video of it, because I know a lot of people have been, that's a good entryway to get stuff in there. Home Advisors is putting it in with no lube. Yep. Have you ever used them or any other lead service? Yeah, Home Advisor sucks. Unless you're on that game and you're really on it hard, it's hard to make money from Home Advisor. The only people making money from Home Advisor is Home Advisor. We use a trailer because we use our personal truck for our business. Pump can be at idle without burning out, so no need for a water tank. That is not necessarily true. You can idle that pump down, and it's still, if it's just water down there, that water is still getting hot, and that still will burn that pump up. Yard sign rocks, Facebook rocks. Yep, both of them. Google rocks. Absolutely. LinkedIn rocks. My personal page rocks. All that stuff is how we get it. I work out of the back of a Tahoe. Yard sign only seems to work for me when I leave them in customer yards. When I'm leaving done, I don't get my jobs from leaving them throughout the town and the intersection, etc. And I know a guy that won't. I have a guy here in the Cincinnati area that he has grown a business to $400,000, and he is he's only in part of the town. He's not in the whole Cincinnati area. He's only on the east side of town, and does $400,000. And basically, this is how he got there. He put the yard. He will not put yard signs out in other people's places other than their yard, and that's how he did it. Teaching for 33 years, all the people I know, generation after generation. Yep, 3 generations. And you went to school with their grandmom. Uh, don't matter. Just make that money. Word of mouth because of quality work and because you got good reviews from Google reviews. I make a lot of money out of an avalanche and make a quarter of it with in I would make a quarter of it without Jason Guyman, though. That's the truth. Get his courses, they are cheap. My system is like Cody's. Home Advisor sucks. They call me all the time. What I'm going to tell you about Home Advisor is this: do what they do when they bug the crap out of you. Bug the crap out of your customer. Don't just take no as an answer. When that customer says, no, I don't want to do this, hey, okay, I'm going to call you back tomorrow. I'm going to send you an email the next day. I'm going to text you. Unless they just tell me to go pound salt, I'm going to definitely keep calling them and keep doing it. Someone asked me today if they could use aluminum brightener to clean efflorescence on brick. Do you know the answer? I use F9. Efflorescence. I don't think efflorescence is going to work on brick. Now, what aluminum brightener will work on is oxidation from like paint that is ran down, but I don't believe it's going to work for the. I know it's not going to work for the that. What up, Soft Wash Systems, Arkansas? Go check out. Yeah, I haven't done that one yet either, have I? Go to pressurewashhelp.com/giveaway and subscribe to Mr. Arkansas, and you can win something. Jason, I have to be honest. If someone shows up with a car to wash my house, I would have to politely ask them to leave because I wouldn't have pretty much confidence in their ability to do a job. I agree to that to a point. If they showed up in a car, yes, I probably would be a little disappointed. But like I say, I know some people that are working out of the back of an avalanche and is killing it. And that's about as close of a car looking thing that you can get to. Is the Honda 200 too small for a 4-gallon minute? Probably. Just block them on your phone. That is the best way to do it. What up, Charles? How you doing tonight? Again, go check out Mr. Giveaway. I'm about to start giving some other stuff away. I'm about to give some other stuff away because his is taking too long to get to 1,000 subscribers. So it may start going to another page. I don't know what I'm going to give away yet, but I am planning on giving some stuff away. What would be some things that you would like to see me give away? So a guy can show up in a $50,000 truck and still wreck your house. That is true. If he don't know what the hell he's doing, that is 100% true. He looks professional and he's got a nice truck, and yep, he just screwed up my house. He used high pressure and screwed it up, screwed the pooch. Yes, that's awesome. Again, just good. This week is middle of the week right now. And I think that it's getting hot, especially here today. It was about 90-some degrees a day up here. And so make sure you all are staying hydrated. Make sure you're drinking plenty of water, taking plenty of water and Gatorade with you. Make sure that, don't cool down with the soap cycle. Only use the rinse cycle to spray up in the air to rinse yourself. I've done that a couple times and be like, well, crap, that was the wrong one. So that is definitely something that is some things that we need to make sure that, it is hot and we're doing 3-4 jobs a day. I think you just wrote something here. So go check out the giveaway. When he hits 2,000 people, he's actually going to give a nice getaway. So that is definitely something that you want to look at. Um, pressurewashhelp.com/giveaway. Make sure you go there. You'll have to put your email in there, and then you'll have to subscribe. You can get more chances. But yeah, so that's definitely something that you want to do. Can you do some videos about paver ceilings? I think I got one out there. I don't know if I put it in my course or not. I made $30,000 last summer working out of the back of an Equinox. And you know what he made this year in May? Al made $30,000 last summer, all year long, working on decks. Now, I got to grant it, he only worked when he was off of school. He was a school teacher last year, so he probably didn't do much in March, April, May. But as of last I talked to him, he was like 26,000 or 30,000 for the month of May. So this past May, he made as much as he did all year long. And that's what happens when you go from a $200 house wash to a $500 house wash. That's what happens right there. Ball valve, J-Rod with tips, t-shirt, free class. Yeah, I can maybe do one of those for free class. Win a discount on a class is a good prize. Sometimes I like the good discount because here's what I don't like about free. I'll give away free stuff. I do give away free stuff. But sometimes you got to pay to make sure that you're learning. And I know you can say whatever, but honestly, that is definitely something that I do believe in, that, sometimes if I give stuff away for free, you're not going to take it as well. Sometimes it does need you to cost, so it hurts a little bit. So that way you're like, ooh, I need to go do that. So that, you know what I mean? Hey, Jason, had a rough day today. Well, that sucks. Somehow just burnt up a few $1,000s worth of plants. Ooh, let me tell you, it's easy to kill some damn plants. Japanese maples. Yes, Japanese maples are a redheaded stepchild. And guess what? They have red leaves. Make sure that you are watering the crap out of them and being careful, being extra cautious around them. Japanese maples can go bad fast, even with a house wash mix. I always try to rinse them even with a house wash mix. Even a house wash mix can mess up a Japanese maple. Yes, it is, Logan. I soak them and still cover them with a blue tarp. Yeah, I'd be careful with a blue tarp because that can actually fry them too because it gets hot. What is your favorite sealer for brick and concrete? It depends. Concrete is going to be one way or the other. I always used during and after. It still wasn't enough, really. I used seal and lock is what I used for pavers. What's the biggest mistake you ever made on a customer's house? Burning up a bunch of crap. Burning up about $1,000 worth of $1,500 worth of stuff. Check out the Foundation Armor products. Suggestions for building a 5.5 or an 8-gallon cheap. Yep, go to Russ Johnson and buy the kit, the pressure washing kit, or the 8-gallon a minute kit. It comes with the plate, the whole 9 yards. I did a video on it. I've never posted it yet. I've never edited it yet. And you can buy the Predator for $700-800, and you'll have about $2,000 in it. Trust this man. Thank you, Al. I want to do this on the side. Do I still need to register a business and have insurance? I would probably recommend it because there is some benefits of having a business, like write-offs and stuff like that, writing off your phone and all that kind of stuff. Also have a 4,000 PSI. Would getting a burner for hot water be worth it, or just, I probably wouldn't unless you're going to do a lot of flat work. Kyle, don't waste your money. Yeah, you don't really need hot water unless you're doing a lot of flat work. Um, it's a good idea, Grubby, but don't let it stop you from making money, invest in the profits, and get the right stuff together. Yep. I guess I will start adding plant boost to my mix after. And here's the thing: even plant boost ain't going to make or break that stuff, um, because you know a Japanese maple can be. You got to be careful around them. Japanese maples can be really stupid. Plant boost isn't going to make them come back any better. Um, that's basically nitrogen is what it is, or it's gypsum or something along those lines. Um, you just got to be really careful. Now, will that Japanese maple, is it dead right now? It's probably not dead. Does it look like crap? Well, probably. Will it come back? Probably. How pissed off are the customers? That's what you got to deal with. And so, most of the time these plants are going to go dormant. And next year they will actually come back better because they will actually drop those leaves and then put more nutrients up at the top. And so that's what will happen. But yeah. So again, if you would like to go check out my in-person training, I am doing it. It is going to be May 27th. It is going to be, I actually just locked in the house. They were not happy. Yeah. I just locked in the house. It will be in Burlington, Kentucky. So if you do decide to fly in here, it's about the hotels and there's a bunch of hotels real close to where the house is going to be, and there's going to be a lot of and there's plenty of places so that you can stay close to the airport. The airport's only about 10 minutes from this house. So if you decide to take the training, you can fly into the CVG airport. It's right here in Northern Kentucky. It's not even in Cincinnati. And so you coming to San Antonio to do it? Nah, maybe when I quit the firehouse. I am considering on buying a rig that goes in the back of a pickup truck that I can travel around the country and do some training. And I may do like a Christmas light training one time, and then maybe do a pressure washing training across the country at different spots across the country. But again, you can go to pressure washing in-person training and get all that stuff there. Make sure that I let 40 gallons of SH run down my driveway. That probably wasn't very smart. Ow. Don't be putting that out there too much. That kind of stuff. But again, I would just be careful out there this week. Temperatures are getting hot again, like I said. And we're starting. I even mowed my grass today, and we haven't had rain in a while, so this is time that you got to be more careful. When we're into more wet season, you don't have to worry as much because these plants are full of water at this point. Well, right now they're starting to get a little thirsty, and so they're going to suck up anything that we don't have right now. So this is why we really need to make sure that we're pre-wet and everything, especially on roof cleaning. And if we use a strong mix on house washing, we need to be pre-rinsing there too. But again, go check out anything. I got videos coming out all this week. I actually putting a video out every day this week, so go check them out. Some are good, some are not. Actually, they're all good. It's just a matter of what information you want or not. So hope you all have a great week and go out there and kill it.